Hey, it's Tim, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk. I'm down the street at my cousin's house. We have his RV outside. We're doing a test, a really important test, on the 2021 Ford F-150. This is the hybrid, the power boost, the big guy, 430 horsepower, 570 foot-pounds of torque. But actually, it's got the coolest thing. We have a 7.2 kilowatt inverter in the bed. Now this is all connected. I'm gonna put it on a screen. You can stare at this map a long time. But basically what's gonna happen is I'm gonna put this truck in generator mode, which means it's gonna supply power to the outlets as needed, and it's going to go ahead and kick on the engine and kick off the engine as needed to supply power. So kind of cool thing. So you could theoretically go camping, lock your truck, go to bed, turn on the AC, and wake up, and everything's kosher, theoretically. So I have a full tank of gas, which I'm showing on the screen. I'm going to plug in a 110 back there. So I'm explaining this. We have a 110 and a 220. Now the 110 we're using because it's 20 amps. The 220 is 30 amps, which would be better to use, but we don't have the splitter, and I'll put that on the screen too. You can go by the splitter to transfer the 220 volts to 120 volts to 30 amp, all kind of stuff. The camper uses 30 amps. So what we're going to do in this test is we're going to plug in is air conditioner. Apparently, I've learned this, is that air conditioners are one of the biggest draws on RVs. We're gonna plug it in. We're gonna let the system do its job. We're gonna have a cup of coffee for about an hour, and I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna see how much power it used and see how much fuel we used. We're gonna turn it on low mode, or low coolant, and turn the fan on and let it just, well, freeze his four-wheelers in the that he's got in his toy hauler, because it's really cold out here today, so it's gonna impact that. So it's 44 degrees by the way as well. So I'm gonna stop blabbering. I'm gonna show you this stuff on the screen. We're gonna hook this up and we're going to get this started. So here we go. This is generator mode on. I have A and B, which I have a set of plugs in the back. I have five plugs, excuse me. I have 220 and 4 110s back there. Sorry, I kind of go from 120 volt to 240 volt. I kind of go back and forth. It seems like that's just the way I talk. But this is gonna be set on. So generator mode on, and I'm gonna have, this is my fuel gauge, and it's basically full. I just filled up the other day. Maybe it's a half gallon, whatever you use. The truck just turned itself on, by the way. It's on EV mode. So let's go ahead and turn on, or plug in the back, and I'll show you what's going on with that. So we kind of go to the back, walk to the back. So we have a plug adapter here. So this, if I took this off, it would show you what's on campsites, a 30 amp plug there. But we have the adapter to put the 110 hook up here. So if you look inside the bed like so, this will come up. We'll plug that right in. So I can't do this two-handed. Hold on. Okay, turn that on. So what's cool is inside the cabin is it'll alert me, or it did alert me the other day. Oh, it didn't this time. So before it would tell me, hey, you got something plugged in, you want to turn generator mode on. But since I have generator mode on, it's ready to go. So generator mode on, it'll continue to run to supply power to the outlets. Leaves the vehicle outside. Good warning though. So we have this on. So let's go turn on the AC in the camper. And this is the new 2021 that does beep it, you walk away. But that's the new grill, new lights. I got a ton of videos on this. I'll do mile per gallon videos on this. I'll do some towing stuff. We got a lot of stuff on this channel about this truck. But let's go ahead and turn on the AC in this. If you can reach it. Okay. So AC is on and the fan is running. Yeah. So something to keep in mind, this is a 2003 trailer. So there's like an easy start system on the AC where it requires less watts to start it. And so you get over that initial hump, and so it just runs, it's kind of like what I've seen estimates of. It's like 3 times as much power to get it started as it is idling. We don't have that. We do just have the AC in this trailer, so it's nice kind of test. The truck is on. The time is 1:25 or so. So the name of the game is that the truck will run the AC. We don't have enough watt or amps to run the AC and the microwave. We think we're not going to test that. We don't think we have enough, and we don't think enough because the AC runs between 13 to 18. Is that what you said? Like 13 to 18 watts or so, like that. 16 to 18 amps, and we have 20 amps, so I don't have quite enough room there. But if you do get the cord I mentioned earlier, you will have 30 amps. So we're gonna let this run, go inside, we're gonna check the gas when we come back, we're gonna see how many times, I mean, it's gonna start and stop a dozen times or more, and we'll see, well, what it looks like. The question is, could you go camping like in Moab, middle of summer, plug in your truck, plug in the AC, go to bed, wake up, and the truck is not so low on gas you can't get anywhere? Which, by the way, I did read online, the truck will turn off the plugs when it gets too low on gas. So that way, well, you don't get stranded. So hey, we'll be right back after we warm up and let this thing run. Yeah, let's go inside. It's cold. All right, I want to get this real fast on camera. My question was, can I turn off the truck so the truck's still on? But see, this screen came up, said a bed outlet cover is open and something must maybe plugged in. Before shifting out of park, confirm it's safe to move the vehicle. So there was a question about whether you can plug this as you're driving, and it looks like you could if you can, you know, confirm and get past that message. But let me turn off this truck and let's see what happens. So the power is off in the truck, so the AC is probably off. We're confirming that. Like, do I have to turn off that button too, or leave it all on? That's off. Okay, so I'm gonna turn the truck back on. So you do have to have the truck on, and I have to, so this came on again, that message about something in the outlet, so we're gonna press yes. That something is in the outlet, we're gonna confirm, close that, we're gonna close that. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it like this. So, oh, and I wanna make sure I turn off the heated seats are off, and I turn off the fans. So the fan is off completely. So everything's off, radio's off. I have no draw inside the cabin besides the generator. And so let me go back to generator mode. So we're back in generator mode. So did you turn it back on? Okay, he thinks it's on. We're checking right now. Yep, okay. So that's the deal. So you gotta leave the truck on, but I can lock the doors. Like I said, I'm gonna lock the doors, we can go inside and, well, let it run for a while. Okay, so one thing that's interesting in here, the inside the house, we're looking at the Ford app. This is the Ford Pass app. I can see fuel, I can see odometer, I can see location. What's interesting is the fuel has gone down since it's been here. It's been half an hour, and the fuel has gone down. Oh, estimated range gone down from like 620 or so to 609. But I can go through here and I can click on the Pro Power on board. And this is telling me we're only using 100 watts. So our theory is, we're probably correct, is we're probably too cold to do this test right now. So it's only 44 degrees. The pressure's not kicking on. So what we're thinking is we're gonna go turn on some lights and such and see if we can't get this wattage to go higher. But what I wanted to show on this, if I can use my other hand, is we've had a lot of questions on what the power usage modes mean. And the app tells me, which is great, because I didn't know. So this is power off. This is power on, low power mode, which is what we have. We have low power mode, which is a false low power mode if the cabin outlets are on and can be used to power devices up to 400 watts. So that air conditioner is running, but no compressor. So no good there. So power on generator mode, you can see that gauge go up depending on how much supply you need to the plugs. So this is pretty average, 2,700 watts, which we're going to attempt to do. We're going to attempt to do more. Okay, this is power on generator mode, and this is nearing the maximum output. You can see how it's yellow or orange. This is power on generator mode, and this is going danger of overload. You see it's in red. And this is the non-connected display, no connection available with Bluetooth or cellular. So that's if I can't connect to my phone to the truck. And this is disconnected, will display last power reading if I'm disconnected. So that's kind of how that works. But so it's been half an hour. We're using some fuel. I'm going to go check the truck, see how much fuel we're using. Then we're going to try to see if we can't get, well, more power used, because 100 watts isn't really good for a test. There's not really much there. Okay, everything's still going. The truck is still on. You can hear it. Okay, so then let me see. Yeah, fuel hasn't really changed at all. And this says, I mean, I don't get a current. I said 200 watts in that, 100 watts on my phone, so it's kind of what we have. But we're gonna go get in the camper and see if we can't get more draw. All right, so getting back in the camper, my phone says 100. He opened a light, so I don't think a light caused 100 watts, but that's what we got. We got 100 watts. So let's turn on the microwave. So refresh this. That might be more than you mean. Oh, here we go. 1800 watts. So put that on like a, I don't know. Yeah, a minute. So if I refresh this again, 1800 watts, which would probably be more. Well, no, I mean the compressor, they said 700 watts, so this is more what running the microwave would do. But we got, this is crazy. We have microwave plus we have AC going, but we don't have a compressor.
I'm sure the compressor's not running.
So just the fan, yeah. So we have that.
What's up?
Yeah, we're on.
I didn't hear it kick in.
Not here either. So, what other? Do you have any lights? Turn on the lights. Okay. So lights. Let me refresh this. We got lights there. We got a fan.
That ought to turn her up.
We're at 2,000. Let me go one more time. Yeah, I'm at a little over. I'm over 2,000. Not even. I got more power.
Oh, microwave's off. Drop.
So it's. Oh yeah. Yep. Look at that drop. So now we're at 3. So. Yeah. So we're struggling to kill this thing. we're at the point where it's like we got fans, lights, we got everything on, but we cannot get enough power draw. So we may have to do a summertime test on the power draw to get an accurate number. But yeah, that's I got 300 to 800, 1800 watts. We got microwave. He's got microwave back on. Let's go see what the total draw is.
Got refrigerators on now.
Okay, we got refrigerator on now. So we're at max draw is 2300 watts, which I mean theoretically this shouldn't really work too well because the amps, right? So I mean
yeah,
we only have 20 amps
here.
Theoretically, but I don't know, it's RV
these
stuff.
Two.
Yeah, I mean
that's just a fan basically.
Right. So I mean because we don't have the compressor on, that's a big thing. Yeah. So
that's 13
amps right there.
Yeah,
and
I'm not sure what this is drawn.
Not sure what the refrigerator's drawn, but yeah. So let's go back here to this other screen though. Let's go to vehicle screen. Let's check the fuel level. Let me press refresh. I guess refreshing. Okay, come on.
It's kicking off here.
Okay, so fuel. So I wish I wish it would show me the gauge better if I could press that. It doesn't. But let's go check the truck. Let's see if the truck is running. I think because we've maximized everything that we can. Like this is it.
Turning everything off.
Okay, turning everything off. So this is whew. So the truck is running. And I mean, this is another important part is that the truck is running, but it's quieter than a generator would be. So much quieter. So keep that in mind as well. Okay, so it's still saying we're fine power and plenty of battery, and my range is 609, or plenty of fuel, excuse me, and 609 range. So there it is. So kind of odd ideas here. Well, that's the thing, the best we can do this wintertime. Initial test, yeah.
Yeah.
And it just turned itself back off again, so it's off. And it's just because the battery, because we're only drawing less than 200 watts. On my phone it says 100, but it says less than 200. So we're only drawing 100 watts or so.
Probably just running the battery charger.
Yeah, so it's not really doing anything.
I don't really think it's charging though.
Yeah, I don't think it's really doing anything. It's just kind of running the fan. So there you go. I completely failed at this test. Sorry about that. More videos coming in the summertime. We get a chance to run the compressor, but yeah, we had everything on 1800 amps, and we had the microwave and all that kind of stuff, and ran it for. We're going on 50 minutes, and we haven't used any fuel at all, which I wouldn't really expect. I know I've used some though, because that mileage range has gone down a little bit. But yeah, there you go. There's the video I have of that. So coming more this summer, I'll run it with the AC on for a while, and we'll see what it kicks into and see what the story is in that. But that's initial overview on the Pro Power on board. Like I said, again, generator mode, plug it in, run stuff. We start stuff up, no problem. and much quieter than generators. So that's kind of what you need to know. So hey, make sure you check this video out over here, website down below. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you down the road.